So I was watching a newscast the other day about the spring breakers that are down on the beach, and don't know why people are upset with them. And they interviewed a guy, and it kind of went something like this. Yeah, I deserve this vacation. I'm down here. I'm strong, I'm young, I'm fearless, nothing can destroy me. Don't care if I get corona or not, so what? I'm going to live my life, so nothing's going to stop me. Well, that was pretty illuminating. So I think I'll go through a little rendition of why this person should be a little bit more in tune with what's going on. And maybe just can't see it. Maybe it's because the virus is invisible that they don't think it's there, although these are college kids. But we'll see. So I think it goes something about like this. He walks into a bar. It's crowded. There are people all around, nudging each other, rubbing shoulders. Goes up to the bar, talks to the bartender. He says, "I'd like to have a beer." And the bartender says, "Sure enough, pal, I'll get that for you." So he reaches over and a little bit and then hands the beer back to her friend, and friend takes it, says, "Thank you very much." Now that's what her friend sees, but this is the potential of what her friend doesn't see. The bartender, unbeknownst to our friend or anyone else, is dating a girl who just flew in from Wuhan, China a week or so ago. Or maybe it was Iran, or maybe it was Italy. Doesn't make any difference, but she has the virus. Maybe she didn't really fly in herself. Maybe her yoga instructor flew in from one of those countries, and after coughing into her hand, handed her a bottle of water after a workout. But regardless, the girl has corona, but she's not feeling too badly, and consequently the bartender also has it. But he's not showing any symptomology. He's got maybe just a little bit of a cough. The coronavirus enters through the nose and the mouth, and then it starts growing its way down into your lungs. And as it starts growing in there, you can start shedding virus or coughing up or sneezing up virus before you even show a sign. So the bartender, this is what actually happened over there when the bartender went to get the drink. He turned to the side and he coughed a little bit, and that cough was more like because that's the virus. And then he grabbed that beer, and then he handed that to our friend, who said, "That's really cool, dude." And he drank a big swig of it. And he's a little bit clumsy and not too fastidious, and so he dribbles some down his cheek. So he reaches up with the hand that he just had on the beer, and he wipes his mouth. So he's looking like this now, that he doesn't know it. He goes over and tries to hit on some poor young lady who doesn't appreciate his advances, and she slaps him in the mouth. She goes into the bathroom, starts putting on a little lipstick, touching up her makeup, and she's putting corona in her mouth. Our guy goes around and has a good night. He orders several more beers. He takes a few to his friends, passes that, he coughs into his hand. It's just a petri dish. So a few days later, he's still down there. He's getting a little, just feeling not quite too good. It's about 5.5 days to 12 days when you start feeling the symptoms. But you start shedding virus as soon as that corona starts growing in your mouth and down your throat. And that could be a day or so. So he's walking around and he's doing this. Everywhere he goes. And he's grabbing the doorknobs. And he's grabbing the TV remote. And he's grabbing one channel or the other. And his friends are around there, and they're all trading back and forth. And he gets a little sick, but he is one of those strong and good candidates to get corona, and it doesn't bother him. He has a little bit of a cough, maybe, feels bad for a day or two, but then, it's not too much. And all the time that's happening, he's doing this everywhere, all the time. And then one day, he doesn't feel like he has any symptoms at all. He feels really good. Everything's gone, the cough is gone and whatever. He says, "I'm in good shape." And so he decides to go home. But what he doesn't realize is for a week after he feels fine, He's still doing this. And for 2 weeks after he's feeling fine, he's still doing this. And 3 weeks and 4 weeks, he is still doing that, dropping this virus around 4 weeks, 30 days after he is feeling no symptoms whatsoever. And unfortunately, on about day 20, when he's doing this, he decides to go visit his grandmother. And he goes up and visit her, and he thinking that he's going in there and just going to see his grandmother and she's all fine and that he's this strapping young man, but he looks like I look. Virus-wise, that's how he looks. And he gives her a big hug. And about 10 days later, she's in the hospital. We don't know if he makes it or not. He's all upset, but he's still doing this. He goes home and sits down on the porch. This neighbor's dog comes running over and he gives him a big pet, roughs him up, and plays after coughing into his hand, of course. Dog goes back over to Jimmy, the owner, who got a donated kidney and is on immune suppressing drugs. He pets the dog and then sticks his fingers in his mouth and pretty soon he's in serious trouble. So that's why you shouldn't be on the beach. That's why you shouldn't. It's not how it affects you. It's what you do to the people around you, the innocent people around you. So I don't know if you don't understand, or I don't know if you're just so conceited you do understand and don't care, or if you're just a total idiot. But there's a reason that we step up and do the right thing. And the right thing is isolate yourself and stay away from a lot of groupings of people. And this is the reason why. Thank you.